she has her finals. I really represent an organization that's called the Alliance for Language and Literacy in San Diego. We are composed of hearing parents and deaf parents and members of the deaf community working together, and we are people that have decided that American Sign Language is the way for our deaf children to receive better reading skills. We know the story that language equals success. I don't have to tell you about that, but there are groups of parents in San Diego who believe that AB2072 is a crisis and sent me here. And I paid for my son's flight, by the way. More importantly, the point that I want to emphasize is that AB2072 is absolutely unnecessary. Parents already receive information. They already receive the information, and the issue is what information they're getting. We have to be careful about that. AB2072 does not address that. I want to introduce you to another deaf mother with a beautiful deaf.
That information to these parents. Now, he authored this bill without including deaf parents and deaf parents or parents of deaf children, stakeholders, professors of American Sign Language or deaf studies. It didn't involve the deaf community at all. This bill also includes how and what information that parents will get, but it doesn't include accountability or transparency. And so we have serious concerns.
We like to give this scenario: if you were a hearing parent and you had no recollection of deaf or deaf world and you had a deaf baby, you're of course probably going to go with what the doctor says is best. This being said, this bill kind of privatizes deaf babies in a sense for medical companies, because for audiologists and for doctors, hospitals, hearing foundations, they all want you to lean towards the cochlear implant, which would increase medical bills, increase medical expenses. You have to go back for appointments, but really there's no offering of an alternate language that gives you that early language acquisition. So therefore, you're not getting full brain development in those periods of growth. And throughout this time, generations of this bill being in place, the deaf culture is going to dwindle.
I had a large meeting with a big group of parents of deaf children and non-hearing parents of hearing children, and I think the message is very clear how you feel about the bill, and I think they made very persuasive arguments. Senator Corbett actually has doing a good job of getting your message out.
Awesome.
I have a stack of postcards, probably this high, plus letters.
Representative here, Ms. Nunez from Senator Romero's office, who has informed us that she is not going to support AB 2072. So keep up your presence, keep up your encouragement. We will defeat this bill ultimately. Drop the bill! Mendoza!